Huge shout out to Ninja Kiwi for supporting creators, and if you want to support me too, hop on down to the settings section, the creator support icon, and in lowercase letters type in S, J, and B. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and shout out to Ninja Kiwi for being so great. Hello and welcome my cosmic spiderlings. It's SJB here, and press the like button. And today what we're doing, we're going to do a deep dive inside Geraldo. I mean, look at that mustache. It's hard to resist, guys. We want to talk about Geraldo and whether or not things that we used to be able to do are still possible, because if you guys have not been paying attention, Geraldo has been nerfed, and he has been nerfed hard. A lot of these things are completely different than what they used to be, and way worse than they used to be, and on top of that, his regular attack isn't as good as it used to be. So can we still do crazy things like one-tower chimps, and if not, what do we have to do to make things like that even relatively possible? So when you pop into chimps here, you guys know there's a lot going on. No continues, no health, no blah, 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 blah. Lots of crap you can't do. So we ask ourselves, with Geraldo here, in my previous game, I popped Geraldo right about, around or so, or something like that. And we pressed go, and believe it or not, round 6 on chimps was actually not that difficult. Round 7, round 8, round 9, not too bad. But oh wait, dang, dude, this is getting a little tricky here, isn't it? Dang, these balloons are, oh crap, what the heck, bro? What the heck? What the heck? Round 6? We can't even beat round 6? Alright, well, let's try a couple repositionings and see what's going on here. So we position him here. This is clearly a little bit better for round 6. Overall, it could be a little bit better for us, but it might make things a little bit tricky. Now, the reason why we're playing on this map in particular is because if you want to do a solo chimps run, the only way to do it is on this map in particular. The only way to do it is on this map in particular. And the reason why is because, guess what? Rose spikes. The reason why is because Geraldo on round 28 and round 30 has 0 chance of popping leads. None. 0. Zilcho. He cannot do it. No matter what he does, he cannot pop the leads, but there is one magical solution to that problem. We can use the crusher. This crusher right here can crush the balloons. It can crush any type of balloon, including lead balloons. So there is a way that we could survive while still doing this as a solo chimps run, not building any other towers, including like super monkeys and things like that, combined together. So, that being said, can we still do something similar? And if so, if not, why not? It should be noted that my previous run, the reason why it went so gosh darn well, was because Geraldo actually had 2 damage on his balloons, which meant that that means that every single time he hit a balloon, he would pop a blue down to nothing or a green down to a red, but they have nerfed him. So now you're going to see when he pops a blue balloon here, it's going to turn into a red balloon. So that means Geraldo's base attack has already been nerfed, and has been nerfed pretty hard, pretty much halving, if not more than halving, our total popping power in the early part of the game here. So we really do have to rely on the shop to do all of our pops here. It's pretty awful, but it's just part of the game. So let's see if we can make it to round 28 here. So it should be noted already that we have some changes going on already with things that used to be stronger that are no longer as strong. The strength potion was nerfed, mildly, but nerfed. The glue was nerfed, so it does not last as many rounds. And this sharpening stone was nerfed, so now it does not last forever, it only lasts for 15 rounds. So if we're planning on using this guy, we basically need to use it to either survive, because we have either just too much extra money here, or for some other reason where we just feel like using it. But realistically, the only things that we should be using are things that are going to last a really, really long time, like these road spikes. Just got to put them down here because we have so much money. It should not be a big deal since we're just building one tower and maybe leveling them up just a little bit in here. We're also going to be very smart with Geraldo in his long-term gameplay here, because he does have a couple levels where he does get sort of extra powerful. Specifically, I believe it's round 11 where the crossbows get upgraded, so you want to have as many crossbows available as you possibly can at that exact point. And then we also have to make sure round 28 is coming up here as well. So don't forget round 24, camo balloons. We can get that covered. Boing. And then we also need to make sure for rounds 28 and 30, we have the ability to use the crusher properly. And to use the crusher properly, we'll also have to use totems. we're going to try to walk you guys through this one, but it is kind of random, kind of weird, and I don't think a regular person could just walk in and just pop this guy down, and I'm still not sure if I'm going to be able to pop it down with the changes that happened to the totem either. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen there. Alrighty, sucktastically, here's round 28, guys. So this is where you have to probably use some sort of glue, because you cannot just crush the balloons. If we crush just 3 leads, for example, we've got 3 more that we have no ability to pop. In case you guys are wondering, no, these do not work. No, the strength potion does not allow us to pop leads, but this totem does allow us to send back leads a little bit, and that might have to come into play here. Nothing else will work besides glue and the crusher. So we have to time the glue to make sure that we can get all the lead balloons inside of the crusher at the same time. And that is obviously pretty difficult to do. So our first test, I'm going to use the glue on the second set of leads. I'm going to use it right about here. Basically, we want these 3 leads to go through here, come around, wrap around, and come back at the same time as these guys, but clearly I timed it wrong. Okay, I'm feeling better about this one. This is not that difficult, by the way, as long as you can get the timing right. Yeah, it's got to go even further. Dang. As long as you can get the timing right, boom! Get them all crushed. Round 28. Defeated. I think it's done for a long time, too, which is actually kind of cool, I guess. All right. Just keep in mind, we could probably level up Geraldo here at some point, but it does not do anything for us. Bloon Trap doesn't do nothing. Blade Maelstrom, blah, 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 does not pop leads. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. Round 29 is not a big deal. We can probably take that guy down, no problem. But round 30 is going to cause some chaos. So if we try to do something similar here, if I remember correctly, we have to do some sort of weird glue here on, like, the 5th glue, or the 5th... Oh, crap, I didn't mean to hit any of those. Dang. All right. Well, uh-oh. Yeah, so clearly, I don't think this is going to work out in any way, shape, or form. But we are also going to have to throw back some of these leads backwards. So we're going to knock this lead backwards. We're going to knock this lead backwards, and it hits the wrong one. And you can see the chaos that has already ensued. Leads all over the screen. How can we possibly get those all in the chopper at the same time? It makes no sense. So sadly, I already have glue on the screen here, so I can't, I don't think that it works if I try to do something like getting 2 leads in the chopper here, slowing these guys down a lot, chomping these guys, and then letting these guys last long enough where I can use the thing again. You know, if we use this guy, it's probably already done. This glue is there, though. It's got to be there. It is stuck there, and we have to realize that. But let's see if there is a chance that maybe we could use the chopper twice. If we get glue everywhere all the time. Clearly, I don't think it's in the game for us to use the chopper twice at all. So what I'm going to do is for the next, like, 10 minutes or so, I'm going to have to try to get lucky and use my skill to get everything in the chopper, and I cannot do this on screen because it's so ridiculous. I'm just going to get to work. But this is basically just the game sped up at about, you know, 4,000% speed or so, showing off my terrible, 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 horrific time dealing with these stupid lead balloons. It requires a very weird amount of glue micro combo, and including the fact that the glue already exists on the screen and you have to deal with that glue, so you... it's hard to explain exactly what's going on with all of this process. Just know that this took me about 20 minutes or so to actually take down. It was quite upsetting, not fun, and disastrous for my well-being. But we did it for you guys, so enjoy. So this is half post commentary, but I just want to share with you guys how to actually do it if your glue is where my glue is. First of all, put a glue right next to the chomper up here, right before that. Wait for the last 3 red lead balloons to come out and put it right near this cart. Again, if your glue is where my glue is. Get ready to put your totems down, and don't forget you don't need to press the Geraldo to get the second totem up, but wait for that lead balloon to get basically right underneath the totem, or approximately. Use it, build another totem, use it, wait just a second, and then chomp it all together. Holy crap. Holy crap. Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes! We frickin' did it, guys. We frickin' did it. Oh, man. It only took me about 20 minutes this time. Last time I did it was probably about 25 minutes or so. But it's... Oh, my God. Thank goodness. We've done around 30. It does not mean we are completely out of the woodwork yet. but it does mean that life is pretty gosh darn good right now. The next step that we have to do is we have to make sure that we get Jerry's Fire for around 37, so we need to be level 8 by that point, otherwise we pretty much automatically lose. So let's try to make that happen. So for around 37 here, I'm glad I did not spend all my money because we do need to level ourselves up to level 8 here. This will give us Jerry's Fire. It's not super tight on money, but it was something that we definitely have to pay attention to. We're going to put it on the closest turret to the entrance at the moment, but I might end up building one here. I haven't decided yet because regens could be a problem if I do that, but I hope that it just won't cause problems around like 80, 79, and 76 and things like that. But I'm going to put a Jerry's Fire on anything, really. It does not matter what you put it on. But don't forget that a Jerry's Fire is always the most powerful on a single tower rather than trying to put it on many towers. So try to save them up if at all possible. Just use one at a time. It'll probably be your best bet. And then the extra money, of course, make sure you're spending it, no, for sure, on your turrets here. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put one over here. I don't love it. But yeah, I need to have something near the entrance that'll, like, start popping the balloons a little bit and hopefully get me going in here. And then I can get a Maelstrom in the back here, and realistically, the only time we're going to ever start to do anything having to deal with this is if we're basically losing. And only time we're going to need to use sharpenings is if we cannot pop things like MOABs and such. So the first MOAB here, I don't know if it's going to be a big deal. I mean, I think Jerry's Fire should keep us through this. I mean, 63 did about 40, 50 pops there. Hopefully Geraldo and the rest of these guys can pop the rest of this guy, especially with the chopper. With the chopper. Oh, crap. If you don't get it down to ceramics before you go to the chopper, things can go pretty bad. So with Jerry's Fire even, this is not going to be quite enough here, so we're going to restart and do a better job. So I feel like there's kind of a lot of ways to do this, but I think honestly our best bet is just to throw a couple of road spikes on this guy, maybe like 3 sets, use the chopper on the ceramics, ideally, if we can. And I believe that'll knock him down into either reasonably poppable balloons or something of the like. All right, do we need to use any more road spikes? Probably at least one more set here. Okay, at least one more set, 2 sets, and there it is. Chop them. And that should be enough for us to clean up. Good, good, good. Good enough for me. All right. So that cost us like 150 bucks to make that happen. I don't think it would have been more efficient to use the sharpening tool, but we probably will start doing that fairly soon. You know what? Let's just go for it, man. We got the money for it. It doesn't last forever, but it's better to do that than do anything really, really crazy later on. These we want to make sure we keep as close as possible to 3 out of 3 and only use it when either this runs out or if we have 3 out of 3 here. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that if you don't use this, it will not start regenerating for the next level. So you can't just like wait on it forever. So we are going to put the Jerry's Fire up here. Ideally, regens will still not be an issue here, but I cannot guarantee that. I really hope it's not going to be an issue though. Really, really hope. So just to note, so far, solo Geraldo chimps, not easy, but it is working. So far. We still have to see if we're able to survive, you know, around 49 and MOAB-class balloons and all the likes of that without any major issues here. But like I said, now that we have sharpening stones, I'm going to start to sharpen these guys. It only lasts for about 15 rounds, so we're going to be in about the 60s or so, low 60s. But anybody we can, we're going to sharpen. We are going to start to try to save up for our 4 shooty turrets before we reach level 11, ideally. Hoping. And pop all those guys down once we reach level 11. They will be stronger turrets. And we're going to give ourselves cam detection now and just see if around 47 will now be easier, hopefully. Worst case scenario, I think we're just going to throw out a totem. It's only $110, and I think that's enough to save the day here. Or we could just use the chopper. But seems like 47 is going to be easy. 49 could be tricky. But like I said, we have a lot of options available. We could just go for another Jerry's Fire. Yeah, let's go for another Jerry's Fire here. We're going to throw it down on one of these guys over here because I'm a little afraid about regen balloons. I don't remember what the most dangerous regen rounds are in the 40s to 50s to 60s because normally they're not an issue. But I do know 76 and 79 can be major issues for regen balloons. You got to watch out for that. This guy is wasting a little bit of popping power here, so not even a big deal for random leads that might come in here or whatnot. But don't forget, the second Jerry's Fire is always going to be stronger than the first Jerry's Fire. This one's kind of weak sauce now. This one's going to be way stronger. At least that's how it works in Sandbox. So here we go. We're going to go for a quick chop. It's not something ridiculous. Ooh, there are regens on 49 here too. Oh, crap. Let's hope. Let's hope. That's a lot of regens, but we do take them down. Beautiful. It should be noted that we do have a lot of room for leveling up, if we desire. I am having a hard time deciding on whether or not I desire to do the liking of that, because I want to get as many turrets as I can before round 11, before level 11. I could just go to level 11 and then start getting my turrets going. That is also a possibility if I so desire. I'm just not sure I desire that. So we're gonna have to wait until we run into some issues here before I start doing anything drastic. But it looks like we're already running into some issues, so we might have to do something a little bit drastic. All right, our first drastic thing is we're just gonna start with one Jerry's Fire again. I had 3 of them, so why the heck not? We'll go for that. Again, 3 shooty turrets is going to be a huge, huge help for us if that's what we want to go for. Looks like the Geraldo's Fire, though, on Geraldo himself seems to be the clutch answer here, though. Delicious. Should be noted also that we have our second pet rabbit up already. One more pet rabbit, and we should be ready to frickin' go and actually beat 63, I think, without any issues. Once you get that rabbit, he smokes ceramics, which is and pretty good against MOABs too. But again, running into some minor issues here for 58. Not major, just minor. If we use the Crusher on maybe this guy, we should be alright, I think. Alright, maybe we can't use the Crusher on that guy. We're just going to crush some of the balloons. And yeah, alright. Not too shabby. I believe we also want to try to see about these guys for around, I believe it's level 11, that we also get a pretty big boost on this guy. Resist all Monkey Tower cooldowns. Geraldo's made attack pierce increases. Jar of Pickles grants bonus damage versus fortified balloons. What? Oh my god. We've made a mistake. Shooty turrets fire faster and with increased damage, and stackable nails do more damage. It is level 13, not level 11. I've made a mistake. I've made a major mistake, my friends. Kind of. Only a little bit, because we have the money for it. So we're going to level up to level 11 here for sure. We're going to level up to level 12 here. We've got the money for it. And as soon as I see this 4th turret, I'm going to level 13, and we're going to build them all. Oh, we need more cam detection. Luckily, though, now we've got Campbell-led pop power, we don't have to worry so much. Life is so much better when you don't have to worry about that nonsense. All right, interestingly enough, round 60 is a pretty big problem, so we are going to Maelstrom it. I don't know if I love that idea, but I did it anyways. Oh, crap, we got some regen problems here, boys. We got some major regen problems here. Woo! I wasn't planning it, but I'm just going to do it. We're going to go to level 13 here. This is going to make my shooty turret stronger, so we're going to buy some mega shooty turret action here. And I'm going to build them right here. 1, 2, and 3. A little bit of a mix everywhere. And then we're going to make sure we sharpen these guys. Not because we need that right now, but just because it's going to last 15 rounds, which is going to go through round 70, 76, which is really where I want to be for most of my popping power here, folks. I don't know if I love the positioning. I'm spreading out just a little bit here, but it's only really bad against regens. Other than that, you want to get it down as many straight lines as you can possibly shoot. That's going to make your shooty turrets do the best job they can do. Again, there is no guarantee that we're going to be doing this one tower chimps here. Just because it was possible in the past does not mean it's possible anymore, specifically, mainly because of the genie, but possibly for other reasons as well. All right, 63 might be an issue. I do not have my last rabbit available yet. I thought I would have it, but it looks like we're able to take them down reasonably. Oh, crap. No, we're not. All right, so I wasn't planning on using an extra Jerry's Fire. But we're going to use a genie. Okay, I think that's the easiest, safest answer. Pop 63, Pop 64. Those are 2 pretty tough rounds for us before we get our last rabbit, which will hopefully give us the rabbit power up and make us awesome! Now we've got this death rabbit here who will absolutely destroy every balloon ounce of destruction here that we could possibly ever imagine. Of course, it is a little sad because in my last run, I had Geraldo over here because we got through round 6 over here, but now we had to switch it to over here because now we cannot get through round 6, and that means our rabbit is overall going to be just generally worse because he does not have the total map to play around with, basically. Still, it's going to be super duper powerful, super duper helpful. We're just going to make sure we're spending all of our money on road spikes and the likes of everything. They're not super powerful yet, but they are reasonably powerful. And we're going to make sure we're spending our Maelstroms again, at least keeping down to 1 out of 3, maybe 2 out of 3, but we do not want it to get to 3 out of 3 yet. So, we'll build Jerry's Fires as we need them, but we'll, I don't know. I think things are going to go pretty smooth until probably around 80 or so, unless something really crazy happens on regen levels. I knew this was going to be a problem. Round frickin' 76, bro. Dang. 76 sucks my balls. It's, like, actually close to getting popped, though. Oh, my God. It's, like, really close to getting popped, but it's still just not enough. Luckily, he has one ability that I think will just automatically own everything. I think all we gotta do is do a Maelstrom, take it down. As easy as that. Spent, like, 600 bucks. Totally worth. Totally worth, brah. And I had 3 of them built up anyways, so I guess that's even better. Woo! Now, it should be noted that I did not save up to 10 of these mines. So, I guess I was stupid in that sense, but I also do not want to have 0 mines just in case I want to use them actively on some towers, or on some balloons here. Whether it's a Oh My God, or a BFB, or DDTs, or whatever, I want to have some active mines that I can use. Instead of waiting till the very end as safety net, we want to be able to actively pop them on the MOAB-class balloons and let the rest of our towers deal with the balloons inside, which is kind of their forte, I guess. So, right now we're doing really, really well. No major issues have arisen yet. We're still popping down some turrets here and there. Whenever I pop down a new turret, I always sharpen it with the new sharpening stone. I will probably start saving these up for the next 7 rounds and only start using them on round 85 after this, because then 85 will last all the way through around 100, which is really important here. And I am going to do, before I go super duper late game here, or if we run into any major issues, I'm going to test out the Strength Potion. Now I'm going to see if the Strength Potion is going to be at all useful to use on Geraldo before I officially commit in Chimps. Which is sort of upsetting, but it's just part of the game here, guys. So, with Geraldo here, again, kind of just saving things up, letting things ride, and seeing where it leads to. Before I go too far in here, I wanted to mention something that I don't know how it's going to come into effect here. It may even have been a partial mistake on our part to level up Geraldo at all. So, I want to touch on this because it could lead to our demise entirely, even though it may still be possible to do Chimps without this. I want to throw that out there. The fact that at level 20, Geraldo resets all of his abilities. Alright, now this is really important, specifically for one of these abilities, the Genies. The Genies are really important because they only last 2 rounds now. I believe they last the round that you are on, and then the next round, and that's it. They do not last the 3 or 4 rounds that they used to, which was really effective against DDT class balloons because they come out kind of on really random odd rounds. 90, 93, 95, and 99. So, if I level up Geraldo, no more, I might get the Genies kind of at the wrong time. Where I even use both of my Genies, like, for example, around 90 and then 93, then I have to be level 20 for round 95 to get both of my Genies back, and then hopefully they'll beat 95, and then maybe I won't have them back for round 99 or something like that. Also, because you do level up automatically, I might not be able to buy it. It might just be automatic and just screw me over somehow. So we'll have to watch at least a little bit here, and kind of touch on it and see where we can go with it. But I hope it doesn't become an issue in the long run. I'm just hoping. Crossing my fingers here. Just hit round 86, and we did 2 sharpening stones on our best turrets here. These sharpening stones, don't forget, they do increase pierce and damage, so they're going to be extra effective here. But I'm still running into some minor issues against reinforced ceramics. Regular balloons are still pretty tricky too. The 2 Zombie Gods on round 85 were tricky. We popped them like down here, which was kind of insane if you really get down and think about it. I have no idea what this green thing is, by the way. I don't know what that is. Nail mine action or something? I don't know. Is that what they look like? When they're like half dead, maybe? Alright, so yeah, that thing like survived and tanked a little bit, I guess. And now we got more Oh My Gods coming out, so I for sure need to get Jerry's Fire. Oh, we got Genies though. So, what I might end up doing is, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this glue, and I'm going to hope that I could split up the Oh My Gods here. Alright, I want some of them to move slow, some of them to move quick. It's really weird that one of the Oh My Gods... two of the Oh My Gods looks like in the middle kind of got split up. That did not really do very much there. I was not super effective. One other thing we can do here is, even though it's a little bit funky, we have more than enough stuff to do this. We're going to get this cam detection here. It does increase our cam detection. Ooh, we got another crossbow too. Let's use the crossbow. I'm going to throw him down, I guess, right here. And then worst case scenario, we will have to pop down a genie, but I really hope that is not the case here. We can also use the Crusher. At this point in the game, you can probably use the Crusher twice around if you get fast balloons coming in, and then slow balloons afterwards, but you don't always get a Crusher going on. So, it's tough. It's tough to decide. Plus, not a lot of my popping power is over here, so if the balloons ever make it over here, like they're crushed by this point, isn't really all that helpful necessarily. It doesn't automatically mean very much for us. Yeah, so we got another full zone we got to take down. We do have $60,000 to work with, so if we need to, we can always level Geraldo up to level 20, or just sadly, like, use up a genie if it really comes down to it, but I hope that that does not come down to it. All right, the nail mines were able to take down all those ceramics, somewhat surprisingly, and I just let it go. I don't know if that was the best decision, but I did it anyways. All right, so a couple things. First of all, obviously we have to make sure we pop around 89 without any issues, but on top of that, we're going to look at our experience here for Geraldo. We got to watch this very carefully because we have to decide if we think we're going to go up to level 20 during round 90. If we will, we'll have to do a lot of weird stuff of building on round 90 to make this happen. If we think it's going to last one more round, then we'll have to do it. Yeah, so at least one more round, I think. I think on round 91 is when we're going to have to do all of our building here. If we survive these DDTs, realistically, most of our popping power is going to come from Geraldo's fire. If it is strong enough. If not, we have to pop down a genie. We could also go for one Geraldo's fire instead, but I don't know. So don't forget, we do have the camo extra damage here on DDTs. Could buy up to level 20, but I don't want to unless absolutely necessary. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to try nail mines first. I want to just see if maybe one nail mines on a DDT... Let's do, yeah, one nail mines on a DDT at the back will be maybe enough here. Go like this. Boom. Oh, that did freaking nothing, man. That did freaking nothing. Crush it. Crusher does nothing against DDTs, as expected. Okay, so since we're almost level 20, there's really not a reason to try to do anything too crazy here. I think it's just time. We're going to go for a genie. We'll probably have to build an other genie on round 91 anyways. So it really doesn't matter too much. And because it is round 90 and we're getting close here, we're just going to build all of our nail mines in the back here. We're going to split them up just a little bit. Some in the middle of the Maelstroms as well. I am going to build these, build one of my... We'll build both totems, I guess, because why the heck not? We're going to get him back soon. And we're going to go for an extra Jerry's Fire on round 91, I guess. But I do believe that I'm going to level up here to level 20 on the next round, but I cannot guarantee it. All right, it doesn't really matter too much if it happens exactly, but I want to make sure I have the least amount of items left over, if at all possible. So anything I can sharpen, I'm going to sharpen. These are old school sharpenings, not the new school sharpenings, I believe. Does it tell you? Oh, it doesn't tell you the difference. All right, so we're just gonna throw down a sharpening on whatever this guy is. No matter what, they will last till the end here. Don't forget about that. And then, like I said, I'm going to do a strength test potion once we run into some major issues before things get too wild. But as you can tell, Genie is just absolutely owning. I could put down another Genie right now, around 91, but I think I'm willing to take a chance. Take a chance on it and hope that I don't level up through 92, maybe? Oh, we don't level up, guys. Holy crap. So for sure, we're going to use the Genie on 92. For sure, we're going to throw this down. For sure, we're going to throw this down. Everything that we can throw down, for sure, we're going to throw down here. We're even going to give this guy this, and we're going to throw down 2 extra Jerry's Fires, because we're all going to get him back all on the next round here, guaranteed. Uh-oh, did I put it on him? No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put it on this guy. All right, we're restarting. I think the glue lasts for 4 rounds nowadays. So that'll get us around 96 if it lasts. So we'll see how that goes, but 92 should not be a problem at all because I just spent literally everything that I possibly can and reasonably do for Geraldo here. The next level, we will get 4 of these guys, 10 of these guys, 2 of these guys, 3 sharpening stones. It's going to be pretty awesome, to say the least. And 2 more genies to play around with. It's getting scary now. It's getting really scary. All right, let's get to work. We got 4 more of these guys. Let's pop them down. We're going to go for more right here. Throw down a couple extra nail mine actions. I'm going to try to save most things. I'm going to use like 1 extra glue just to see what the heck will happen. I'm going to put it near the back here, though. Looks like we're taking down around 93 DDTs with the old Genie, which is pretty frickin' sweet. Got to admit. More of these guys. We're going to throw down extra Jerry's Fire here just because I have 3 built up already. and at least one of these guys, but I want to keep a few. I do want to keep a few. And then any extra things that I just put down, we're going to try to sharpen them if I can decide which one I need to sharpen. It's a little bit difficult at this point because they're very close together, but I think these are 2 of the 3 that I put down. I think we're going to do this one as well. Any of the stronger turrets is always better to get more damage and pierce out of. And I've got to be very particular on how I do this because this is where it gets funky. Now the question is, will 95 be possible with my, like, 7 Jerry's Fires here, if they still last? Or do we need to build a genie for sure? Honestly, I'm okay with building a genie at this point. It'll last me 2 rounds. Then I gotta watch out, because 98 I'm probably gonna need a genie, and round 99 I'm gonna need a genie. And I don't know if 97 we can survive without a genie, which is obviously pretty scary and sketchy and terrible and awful all at the same time. So, it's sketchy. Round 94. Barely hanging on, but for right now we are. There's still a big chunk of Oh My Gods we have to deal with here. I think I might Maelstrom these guys. It'll save all the rest of my stuff. Or we could go for a glue, but the glue does not last very long at all. It just doesn't really work right. We're going to go for a Maelstrom here, kind of early. Kind of early. Take down a lot of these big balloons so we can get ready for more Oh My God popping power. Round 94 looks like it will probably get taken down. Probably. It's going overall pretty smooth. Oh, this is going to be a big amount of balloons, though. Luckily, we did separate the BFBs just a little bit. And I think we will take these guys down. Now, round 95. How tricky will this thing be? Oh, wait. Still not over. Still not over. Come on, get to work, Rabbit. Get to work. There we go. All right, round 95. Can we take it down without any genies? Again, I would not be upset if I had to use a genie. But if I could save them for around 97, 98, 99, that would be absurdly better. Okay, so I for sure 100% need a genie. So let's just restart and get that going. So if I'm not mistaken, the way the genies work is that they have a long-range attack and a short-range attack. So whenever possible, try to put them near the balloons. It'll just make him hit the balloons better and more effectively and all that stuff. So it does not look like we've got purple popping power very well, though. Don't know how to fix that, though. The crossbows have to do the purple popping power. It's affecting my genie popping power overall. But the purples kind of went away when the DDTs start coming out, which is good. You cannot target with this guy, so it's just kind of like whatever he feels like attacking at this point. It looks like he will take them down, I think. We're starting to get a bit overwhelmed here. This is a big round. This is a very big round. Very juicy round here. And it looks like the DDTs will get a little too far for us with our current stuff. All right, just to give it a quick test before I even go into sandbox mode, let's just do exactly what I did. We're going to do 1 genie and 1 strength potion. That's all I'm going to change. We're going to strengthen him, which will strengthen all of my turrets. It makes them shoot a little bit slower, but makes them stronger. The question is, will that strength get me through this DDT level? If it does, I'd say it's worth it for me to use the strength potion. It'll save a lot of my glue action, my other genie, my Geraldo's fire, and all that stuff all together for future rounds. There's only, you know, a total of 6 left, but we got to try for it. Let's see if these strength potions are going to be good enough. Again, no other drastic changes going on in here. I guess I could go for a chomp, but I don't know if that's going to do much. And it looks like with all of that together, it is still not enough. Okay, we're going to try for just a little bit more stuff. I used a Geraldo's Fire in addition to my Genie here. I'm really trying to save this second Genie if at all possible. And what I want to do is I want to get a Maelstrom kind of in the middle of the DDT MOAB combo. All right, I don't think it's going to affect the camo balloons all that much, but really I want to get rid of these MOAB-class balloons so I can use the rest of my popping power on the DDTs is really what I want to do. Because he's clearly, the Genie is clearly attacking kind of the wrong balloons here. So, I don't know. It didn't look like it made that big of a difference. So, a lot of DDTs are still going to sneak through. Dang. Again, all of this is just to save my last Genie. It sucks. But I really feel like it's worth it to try. Whether I use 2 glues, 2 Geraldo's Fires, whatever the heck it takes to save a Genie, it is worth it. So we're going to do double Geraldo's Fires this time. We're going to go for that glue. I'm going to use a couple more random nail mines, kind of spread out, kind of all over the place. Again, to pop the DDT layer, hopefully. There was some getting back here as well, so we're going to go like that. And we're still going to try to actively use the glue and a Maelstrom. All right, again, everything to try to save that Geraldo, to try to save that genie action. Let's see if it's possible. I don't know if there's any way to like defeat the purples better. You know, maybe I could aim this guy in strong or last or something like that, but right now it is just not going uber smooth. So we're gonna use it over here, I think. Slow down the DDTs a little bit. Maybe we can clean up some of these other DDTs first. But they are just too freaking fast. I think I gotta go double genie. I think I gave it most of what I can do without double genieing it. Since we're going to try using double genies, we are going to use nothing else and see if that is enough. If double genies doesn't defeat these DDTs, though, I'm going to be pretty upset. Because I really feel like I gave it my all here. The genies are absurdly, absurdly strong, though, and you can see why I really wanted to save him, and I gave pretty much everything I could to it. I think I missed a couple chomps here and there, but like, oh, I don't think it was enough to make a difference. If you can't chop through the DDT layer, it doesn't really matter about the balloons. It matters all about that DDT layer. I even gave it a shot where I tried putting Genie like over here, but I realized they just automatically warp to the middle no matter what. The good news is 96 should also be a breeze here. And then I guess really we have to kind of like test out round 97 and see if that is going to be at all an easy thing to do. I don't know. 97 could be tricky here. Did we get the genie for 97? I think they go away. I thought there was only 2 rounds now. And 96 still wasn't even a breeze. I mean, it was easy, but it wasn't a breeze. And the genies go away. Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal, boys. That's really brutal. I do not like that one bit. I think at this point, any Geraldo's fires that we have, we just have to use because they're gonna last. They're going to last those rounds, so let's just throw them down here. I'm leaving use one on Geraldo himself, because why the heck not? And see where this leads us. I mean, these guys are not as many balloons. They're just more about total tankiness, and with this many fires and everything, I think we'll be okay. This is looking pretty tricky here. We're going to try to crush... Nah, the crusher is not going to work. We're going to wait for these Maelstroms to blow, I guess. 2 of the Maelstroms did blow. That's what they're there for, though. I mean, this is the late game. This is when we want to use them, whenever possible. I'm going to try to crush whatever I can crush, but I don't think it's going to be much here. It does not do that much damage against MOABs. It's all about the ceramics inside that really is the benefit here. So here we go. We crush. It's not great. I do have a Maelstrom available, but I'd really like to save it for around 98 here. So we're going to hope these Maelstroms keep us in the game. Dang. It's a little scary there. I might survive, but I might not. I don't know what to do. I think I have to try again, but I don't know what else I could do better. All right, I will say I think I did this a lot better. I put all my Geraldo's fires right here. I put my MOAB glue right here, and I put like 5 nail mines or whatever the heck down there as well. I got to keep something for around 98 though, which is kind of a major issue right now. Again, those genies. The lack of genies really freaking kills you. It really does. 2 genies around 95 was just absolutely killer. All right, we don't have very many ceramics on this chomper, but I might go for it. Yeah, that was a bad chomp. It was a really bad chomp, but it still might be enough here to take down this first. Oh my god. If we use no Maelstroms on the first one, the second one... Oh, there we go. 1 Maelstrom at least popped, but that was enough. Do not have the chomper back. I might be able to get a chomp down. Maybe. See, I'm going to keep pressing. I'm just going to spam it, spam it, spam it. No chomps at all for Chris. Question is, will 97 get taken down? I've got my button on, my finger on the escape button here, ready to go, but some of these Maelstroms got to blow. Some of the Maelstroms are going to blow, and yeah, that was better. It was not perfect, but it was better, but now we got round 98. And this, I honestly believe we're going to lose. Honestly believe it. I don't have a genie. I barely survived round 97, and that was like 1/15 the amount of balloons that are coming in here. So what the heck are you supposed to do? Well, first of all, let's throw down an extra totem. Maelstroms on lower class balloons are better because it allows us to put every single ounce of Jerry's firepower into the bigger balloons. But I don't have much micro that I can do. I can throw down a couple nail mines on some of these guys. I could put a quick MOAB glue maybe to slow these guys down a little bit or something like that. Keep them away from the big group. It's a possibility. There we go. Slow those guys down a little bit. And just try to separate everybody as much as possible and rely on possibly my Maelstroms to do most of the work here, believe it or not. It might be one of those things where I just have to say, screw it, and just see what happens with the Maelstroms in the back. See if they'll keep me in the game. See if that build-up for the entire game was enough to keep me in here. So far, it's going okay. You can tell everybody's still getting the max popping power out of them. Like, you can't even see the attacks. That's how ridiculous it is. All right, it's gotta be time. We go for that Maelstrom a little early here. The Chomper is not going to be the best, but it's going to be bad. One Maelstrom, two Maelstroms are already going to blow. Yeah, there's a lot of freaking balloons here, guys. Oh my god. There's just no way. There's just no way. We got nothing to work with anymore, bro. This is horrible. This is just absolutely horrible. All of our Maelstroms are getting blown already. There's a lot of MOABs getting to the very back already. Here we go. I have money. I just don't have anything to do with it. Let me look at Geraldo here. He's got nothing for me. He's got nothing. My Maelstroms are already blown. MOABs in the back. All of my Maelstroms are gone. And defeat has been initiated. So is Geraldo one tower chimp still possible? I don't think so. I would like to see it. If somebody else can pull it off, I would be impressed. I'll be straight with you guys. It would take some really weird 95 micro, or maybe just better crossbow positioning or something like that to clean up better or something like that. But with Geraldo's initial tower damage nerf and this Genie destruction nerf, it's so tough to hang out on some of these higher tier rounds like this. So while I appreciate you guys coming in here, while I appreciate you guys coming down, hopefully you guys enjoyed this work through. Let me know if you guys have been able to pull this off. I would be thoroughly impressed if you guys were able to. But as of right now, I cannot do it, my friends. I cannot do it. I cannot micro through 50 MOABs or something like that. There's just too freaking many of them. And Geraldo has been defeated. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button for me. Make sure you subscribe, of course. And have a super duper delicious day.